Round 20 NRL action from the Penrith Football Stadium. It's the Penrith Panthers at home to the Melbourne Storm. Panthers have a couple of changes. Joel Clinton reverts to the interchange bench, which means John Cross comes into the second row, with Colin Ward moving into the front row. Off the bench is Chad Halliday. The new player making his first grade debut in jumper number 19 is Shane Rodney. The coach is John Lang. The Melbourne Storm have a couple of changes too. Robbie Kearns is out for the season with an ankle injury. Peter Robinson goes into the front row, with Danny Williams moving from the bench into the second row. The new player on the interchange bench in jumper number 18 is Kirk Reynoldson. The coach is Mark Murray. Bill Harrigan, this afternoon's first grade referee. Approaching 360 first grade games, and we're underway in Penrith. A shortish kick from the Melbourne Storm as the Panthers defending the northern end of Penrith Stadium, running left to right on your screen, and John Cross has the first touch of the afternoon. Hopkins now at the 20-metre line. The Panthers chant up early. Here's Pulatua. I mentioned Luke Prittis without Craig Gower. Extra responsibility on him around the ruck area.
Geez, I wouldn't expect too many passes at this stage of the game. I think you'll see 6 hit-ups by both sides and then some decent kicks away. Both teams looking to gain some dominance in the forwards.
Here's the kick, charge down from Danny Williams, who'll get there. Richard Swain's knocked it back, but it comes up to Colin Ward. That was fortunate there for the Panthers. Fortunate that it was the hand of Richard Swain that knocked it back and not Ryan Girdler, who was jumping. Otherwise, Colin Ward would have been in an offside position.
That's one thing that the Melbourne side do so well. They get off their line very, very quickly and put pressure on the kicker. Ben Reynolds will have to make sure that he kicks a little bit quicker next time he gets the ball as Martin Lang takes it forward.
30 metres out from the Melbourne Storm line. Here come the Panthers. Reynolds, Girdler. Seem to stop looking for runners, and Swain making the tackle. Last tackle here for Penrith. Reynolds again, kicking. Across field into the sun for Marcus Bai. Does very well, stood his ground, took it, and then links up with Robbie Ross. If he would have been able to break that tackle, he was away. Junior Langi turns 21 on Wednesday.
That's one thing with Robbie Ross back into the side with the Melbourne side. He can sniff out a try or make a half a break, and they can just turn the game for them. Now the big fellas, they start going for Rodney Howe. That's a good tackle there by John Cross and Colin Ward from the Panthers.
On Danny Williams it was. Orford inside to Stephen Kearney. Here's danger. He can get an offload away. Richard Swain to acting half. Now Orford with the kick, looking for that corner. Reece Wesser coming across in the in-goal area. Very patient, just over the touch-in goal line in front of Semi Tadjalala. 20-metre restart. Nelly, an outstanding kick.
Reece Wesser went all the way to the wire that time. I've got to say, though, but both of these two teams, as we take another look, gee, very close. But the two fullbacks in these two teams, Robbie Ross and Reece Wesser, both exceptional ball runners. The kicking games will have to be spot on, as will the chasing teams, to limit their involvement.
Martin Lang playing it. Here's Colin Ward.
Marcus locked in straight.
9 metres short of the halfway line. Panthers into the field. Reynolds. Now Wesser into a half a gap. Orford made the tackle. Reynolds has been hit in back play and is in trouble. Here's Lee Hopkins, just getting to his feet, fell awkwardly. Now Girdler with the kick over the top. It's too deep. Straight to Robbie Ross, who beat the first tackle but not the second. Still trouble for Ben Reynolds in back play.
Yeah, Steve Kearney was the man that came up with the tackle. Just as he passed the ball, Steve Kearney put the big shoulder into him. The referee said that was play on, and there was nothing wrong with it. He's just shaking his head, slowly trying to get to his feet.
It's a left knee problem, I think, Gary, that's causing the trouble. He's just flexing that knee and hopping on one leg. So he can't put much weight on the left leg as the Melbourne Storm, 5 short of the halfway line. Hill going the short side. Danny Williams beats a tackle. Can't get away from the tackle of Colin Ward. Now it comes to Orford, kicking on an early tackle from the 40. Wesser under it. Here comes Mule. Smash. Catch it, and then I'll hit you.
He stood his ground, though, didn't he, Reece Wesser? He's been under pressure throughout the whole season with those high kicks from all the sides. He took that one absolutely beautiful. Ben Reynolds is down in back play now. They're trying to get him off straight away.
Yeah, he's coming from the field.
Donato looks like he'll probably go onto the field and probably play halfback.
Shannon Donato coming on. It's a blow for the Panthers early to lose your halfback, filling in for the halfback. Craig Gower, of course, out with that badly dislocated finger, which required surgery twice. And now Ben Reynolds coming from the field in the first 3 or 4 minutes as Girdler kicks it straight down the throat once again of Robbie Ross. He's got options left and right. He comes to Tadulala, who's tackled about 35 out from his own line.
One of the other players, Colin Ward, just slowly trying to make his way back into the defensive line. He hurt himself too, taking that ball forward.
Peter Robinson playing it out on the halfway line. Swain finds Howe, and slightly across field. Angelia making the tackle with Lee Hopkins. Here's Orford, first grade game number 50, Kearney. Standing, offloading again, keeping it alive to Robinson, back to Howe, who just offloaded it. Can't believe he's got it again. So quickly, almost in the same spot. Last tackle for Melbourne. High kick here from Orford. Under it again, Wesser. Here comes Robbie Ross. It's blown away from him off the shoulder. Back there to Chris Hicks. He's not going to get out of there. And it's going to be another set of 6 coming up for the Melbourne Storm.
Well, you spoke about it, Gary, that high ball to Reece Wesser. They've obviously done their homework, some very high balls, but what's making them so impressive is the chase. The chase has been fantastic, and they've come up with 6 again. Very solid.
The Penrith side, they were making plenty of yards early on in this first half. They're slowly going backwards. Rodney Howe, I should say, is making some good inroads straight up the middle of the ruck. Here he goes once again, Rodney Howe. He'll line himself up, pick out a person, get down very quickly and have a quick play of the ball.
That's if they let him up.
Yeah, I was just going to say.
Could easily
Oh,
have
great step, Stephen Kearney. Great left foot step.
Steps as well as offloads. Now Swain, Orford. Runners left and right. Inside it goes to Robinson. And he's tackled 5 metres out from the goal line. John Cross there. They go right. Orford, quick hands. Hill, danger when he gets the ball inside the 10-metre line. Taken to ground. Good defence this time by Girdler. Lation, Orford kicking. It's in the in-goal area. Too far for Marcus By. And it goes over the dead ball line. Play recommences with a 20-metre tap start for the Penrith Panthers. Shannon Donato will take it.
Good vision really by Matt Orford there to go to the line to put the kick in. There was no one at home. Marcus By trying to get the ball back. Just couldn't get there for Junior Langer, who was backing up on this inside.
Looks like Donato's gone to hooker and Luke Prittis is going to play halfback for Penrith. Cross bounces away from Williams and able to offload. Colin Ward is one of the weaknesses for the Melbourne Storm. They're the worst in the NRL in offloads conceded and missed tackles. Hopkins up towards the halfway line. That's the Melbourne chant coming up from a big contingent in the Eastern Grandstand. Wesser across field. Now he accelerates. Orford misses him. He's lost the football, has he? He has.
That's a one-on-one steal. That is play on. Tadulala, great work there to take the ball off Risa. They watch the short side here.
That was off his foot. Referee asking touch judge Mark Oaten. And I thought it was off his foot, and Oaten agreed. So Melbourne come up with it. Rodney Howe offloading. Danny Williams. If that was Robbie Ross who was on his left, the pace could have got him through that big gap. Lation back to Ross. Running across field. Turns it inside to Aaron Mule. 31 metres out from the line. Impressive start here for Melbourne. Can they convert it into points though? Stephen Kearney. Robbie Ross just following him everywhere. Last tackle. What sort of kick this time from Orford? On the ground. Wesser's across there. Hicks, awkward bounce. He's not going to get out again. Controlling the football, the Melbourne Storm, but the defence at the moment holding for Penrith. 0-0 the score.
And both ties now that they've put this little grubber kick in, Russell, what they've noticed is that the captain of the Penrith side has come up very, very quick, Ryan Girdler, who then only allows a fullback or the winger to drop back straight away. So they're picking him out, knowing that he will come up and into style of defence.
There's the Melbourne skipper once again, Rodney Howe, returning the football. John Cross making the tackle with Luke Prittis. So the Melbourne Storm wave starts again. Swain from acting half. Hopkins making the tackle. Robinson gets away from Hopkins, away from Donato. but can't get away from Cross, and Hopkins comes again. 20-metre line, he'll play the football on. He's injured in the tackle. It's a copper knock to the shoulder, is it? Looks like. Yeah, the left shoulder. That's a worry. Now Hill stepping, offloading to Kearney, keeps it alive to Robbie Ross. 10 metres out from the Penrith goal line. Melbourne on the attack. Williams, Orford, cut out ball to Marcus By. Great defence, Chris Hicks on the far side of the field. He's a hard man to tackle. Crossfield kick from Orford. Hopkins under it. Here comes Tad Jalala. Lewis has lost it. Prittis knocks it back there to Reece Wesser. So goal line dropout. Panthers down to 12 with John Cross getting some strapping to a cut on the head. He's back now. So the defensive line is back to what it should be. Danny Williams now on the 20-metre line. He'll play the ball. There's Cross with the head bandaged. Swain. Lation now. Ducking the head, almost coming out the other side. In fact, he's kept it alive to Swain. Now Orford. Cross with a good tackle. One-on-one. Had to be made. Swain goes right to Hill. He's stepping, accelerates. Ross was there, knocked down by Penrith. Prittis has come up with it and gets it back in the field of play. A hand there knocked the ball away from Robbie Ross, otherwise that was a try.
And that's where they are so dangerous around that ruck area. Robbie Ross sniffing out any sort of opportunity for the short ball. Tremendous play by the Melbourne side.
Yeah, this is where the Panthers need their backs, who haven't done a lot of defence recently, to really step up, go from dummy half, get them a good platform to get their kick away with, as Martin Lang has just done. Back to the 40, what a great effort.
The kick is going to come. It's been pretty ordinary, the kicking game so far. Prittis did well to catch that and get a kick away. Tad Jalala had some work to do to catch it on the full and returns it quite strongly.
One now, let him up. Pull back to him, one right.
Melbourne
Marcus, lock in.
started pretty confidently.
Yeah, keep coming.
They've had plenty of ball, haven't they? That's 60% of the ball so far.
That's three now, let him up.
And field position.
Yeah, field position and haven't come up with any points just yet.
Danny Williams, short pass on the far side of Junior Lange. Was immediately tackled there by Chris Hicks. Orford, now Kearney, Robbie Ross finds Robinson, recovered from the shoulder knock. Aaron Mule into a gap, fullback to beat. Great tackle, Reece Wesser, one-on-one. Brings Mule down, last tackle. Lation must score. Tajalala for the corner, he's over. The Melbourne Storm have finally turned field position and possession into points, and Sammy Tajalala scores the first try of the afternoon.
Tremendous work there by the Melbourne side once again. Involvement by Robbie Ross, I should say. Good short ball there to Mule. He's tried to stand him up. That is Reece Wesser, the fullback for the Panthers. He didn't do it. Tremendous tackle. Then they go down the short side. Ross involved once again. Lation, good long ball. Tajalala just getting on the outside of Luke Lewis and gets down the first 4-pointer there, Russell.
Yeah, great ball by Lation.
Referee Bill Harrigan had signalled time off as Matt Orford was taking his time coming back to attempt the conversion. 79% is a pretty good success rate, but this is a very difficult tick. Almost on the junction of the 20-metre line and the touch line. It's on the right side of the field for him though. Not much breeze to speak of. He struck it pretty well. Has he got the legs? Just under the crossbar. Seemed to kick the tee at the same time. 4 points to 0. There's Girdler, gets us underway again. As Rodney Howe returns the football. Over the 20-metre line he goes. Tackle number 2, just short of halfway as Marcus By plays it. 30-metre line, I should say. Danny Williams, a good run. Swain at acting half. Lation trying to get towards the halfway line. He just makes it now. Prittis in there at marker, getting entangled. Orford kicking between Hicks and Wesser, who comes across and gets it on the first bounce.
Just look at the line there at the Melbourne side. Reece Wesser makes a short bust.
Chase was great. The straight line was there, but a one-on-one missed tackle. And now Pulatua. Just had very little football. The Penrith Panthers. Lang. Here's Girdler, the captain, trying to lead from the front. One tackle, couldn't get away from another. It's tackle number 4, Pritis. Back to Ward. Now Pulatua. He decides to go forward. Donato dummying, ducking their head. Last tackle here for the Panthers. They go left to Girdler. He puts it in the air. Marcus Byer looking into the sun. Robbie Ross coming over. Marcus has lost it, went touch in goal. It's going to be a goal line dropout.
And good to see that Ryan Girdler decided to inject himself into the game. They were looking around, who should we give the ball to? Pritis goes, there he is. That's the man who needs to get it in his hands. Tremendous kick there by Ryan Girdler. Good chasing team here by Hicks too to get up nice and high. Marcus Byer just kicks it over the dead ball. And we'll get another set of 6.
Well, what he had going, very clever thinking by Ryan Girdler, put the ball right into the sunshine. That was the problem with catching the ball. Girdler knows his field like the back of his hand, and he's going to, I suppose, work on that in the future.
Here's Martin Lang. And they smash him again. Number 15, Shane Walker on for Melbourne, replacing Rodney Howe. Hopkins over the 20-metre line. Ken Penrith with some possession and field position. Grabs some points. Girdler, the gap open. Ball to Pulatua, who scores the try. There it is. They've hit back to Panthers, and Girdler's hurt in back play. After releasing the pass, he's limping back towards his teammates, but Tony Pulatua has got the 4-pointer for the Panthers.
And put that all down to Ryan Girdler's initial kick to get another set of 6 back, but then they come across the field with Pritis ducking and weaving. It gets in between 2 players there. What about that ball there? That is absolutely tremendous work there, Russell.
So Girdler set the try up, about to convert it. The Panthers lead by 2. 18.5 minutes gone. 6 points to 4. Penrith over Melbourne.
Marcus, line him up straight. That'll do there. It's dominant. You pushed him back. Leave him now, 2. Step back.
Donato from acting
Oh,
hard.
great play. Here comes Pulatua.
He's on his left. Tatuira is taken from behind by Marcus Byer. 30 metres out from the line. They hurry it up now, the Panthers. Pulatua had no one to pass to. Now he pops it out the back. It goes to Ward. Girdler's on his outside. Tackle made again. The Melbourne Storm on the ropes. They're at 6s and 7s. They regroup now. It comes to Pritis. Where are the runners? There's Lang. Yawning gap. Tackle made there by Robinson. Had to be. Only fullback to beat after it. Last tackle. They had numbers left. They came right. Cut out ball from Girdler. Hopkins goes strolling over for the try. Was there a hint of obstruction? I don't think so. But we go to the video. I think the defence went for the wrong player.
Well, that's just what Billy's asking for. He's asking about obstruction there.
Very interesting to see this here. Ryan Girdler going to the line. He knows that the Melbourne side will come off their line very, very quickly. Nice long ball there. Well, I don't think there's a problem whatsoever. Willie Elation is the man who pulls out of the tackle. Buell doesn't take anybody. Watch this here. Right there. Nah, I think that is play on. Even more.
And there it is, try. He copped the knock when he went over as well, but he was still able to think of it. 10-4 is the score. First try for Lee Hopkins since April 2001. So he's happy to get across again. First try of the year. Girdler set the 2 tries up for the Panthers, leading from the front. He's added the 2 points, and so Penrith. 2 incursions into the Melbourne Storm end of the field. They've come up with 2 tries and lead 12-4. Rodney Howe, the captain, on the bench. Luke Lewis finds John Cross. I worry about these two teams that Penrith can't win in the daylight and Melbourne can't win away from home, but someone's got to do it.
Maybe it will be a draw, Mark. But the way Penrith have started the play now with the ball in their hand certainly is looking at Penrith are starting to take some control of this game.
There's Martin Lang trying to get towards that 40-metre line. Defence was there from Swain. Pulatua now up towards the halfway line. He's a metre short of it. He's a strong run from the second rower. Trying to look for the penalty. Last tackle. Back to Prittis. Kicking. Didn't quite get it. Straight to Robbie Ross again. He's got Tadulala coming on the angle. There's a good tackle made by Danny Villiers. Just his second first-grade game. Can produce some good youngsters out here, can't they, the Panthers? Aaron Mule plays it. Shane Walker. Good offload. Back to Swain. Putting his teammate under pressure. Russo. Girdler coming up. Pulatua coming in late. Referee says it was dominant. Now Hill. They really have listed here the Panthers. And Melbourne, a little bit shell-shocked. 2 quick tries. Got them on the back foot. Lation now. Halfway line. Kicking is Matt Orford. Straight to Luke Lewis.
Hold here.
Gets his 10 metres, gets away from the tackle, gets away from another, around Swain. Tackle made there by Michael Russo. Donato acting half. Billy Harrigan's down in back play, but Reese has gone straight through. Now, Prittis, Harrigan back, Lang. Taking the ground, 28 metres out from the line. Fatuira was at acting half, I should say. Now it's Cross, back to Donato. Can't get the arm free as Junior Lange makes the tackle, and it's tackle number 4. Reese Wesser finds Prittis, now Hopkins. Saw half a gap, back to Wesser. Keeps it alive to Colin Ward. He offloads back to Wesser. Who wants to run? Martin Lang wasn't expecting it. Tony Pulatua's had to pick it up. You can see why Melbourne Storm concede the most offloads in the NRL. They're not putting the man down on the ground with the ball. Here's Girdler on the last. They're going to run it. Pass to Hicks. Kicks inside. Fatuira leaping high. He's lost that forward. It's knocked out anyway. Goal line dropout.
Well, I thought that Ryan Girdler's pass right out to the wing there to Hicks was forward. Put the little kick up here. Hicks, tremendous work, putting plenty of pressure on Robbie Ross. Watch this, he throws it behind the line, he catches it in front of the line. Well, what is the linesman doing over there, Russell? He was right in line with it.
Yeah, you don't get many helps like that. It was a true help there. Ball certainly moved forward.
That pass was fine.
That was not, no what shaft, I'm telling you.
The ball
There
can
is
travel
no way.
forward, Gary.
Mate, you can't
We'll
throw it
discuss
forward.
later. Here's the ball, Donato. Now to Ward. About 25 metres out. Donato acting half. Now Prittis. Hopkins, Girdler, quick hands. Pulatua's juggled, got it back. Still going. Can't bring him to ground. He's only 10 metres out from the line. A wide back line here as Martin Lang comes off for the Panthers. Fatuira is now tackled about 5 metres out from the line. Tackle number 4 for Penrith. Another try here would be interesting. Girdler, Prittis. Donato goes the decoy. Hopkins, was that obstruction? Cross is tackled anyway, but keeps it alive to Hopkins. Now to Wesser. Gillier going for the corner. He's forced into touch.
On tackle 4. Now on 4.
It'll be a loosened feed to Melbourne.
Tremendous work here by the Panthers, really keeping the ball alive, putting this Melbourne side under all sorts of pressure. They come at the last minute and get him over the sideline. Gillier, he's played pretty strong so far for his second first-grade game. He's got some very good tackles.
Got to say too, the Panthers are finding the Storm short on the fringes of the ruck. Every time they go wide, there's an extra man there, and they're certainly capitalising on it.
Melbourne finally get some football back. The Panthers now dominating possession. So Melbourne Finally trying to work their way out with Reynoldson into their own 20. They're up near the 30. Quick play the ball. This will help them. Now to Walker. There's a good run. They're about 12 short of halfway. He's going to play the ball. Swain. Hill. Tackle number 5. Orford is not going to kick. Swain is from acting half. Reece Wesser does well to trap it. He was almost wrong-footed by the kick. Pushes away from Orford. Gets the ball to Lewis with a bit of a juggle. And is able to take it towards the 30-metre line before being met by Semi Tajulala, the try scorer for the Melbourne Storm. Cross, getting 2 tackles. Donato, Joel Clinton coming on for Lang. We're about to see Ben Rorty come on the field also. Colin Ward. Ben Rorty's on for John Cross. Tony Pilatua's off. As the Panthers on tackle number 5 through Hopkins. If he gets to his feet, we'll be able to play it. Here's Girdler with the kick. It's down to Robbie Ross, who circles it before picking it up just to make sure. Good defence from Danny Galliard.
It was a great tackle, wasn't it? Looks like you've played a lot more than 2 games of first grade. Shade Rodney makes his way onto the field at the same time. Here's the man with the head gap. The far left-hand side as Richard Swain darts out a dummy half, makes a good 15 metres up the field for the Melbourne Storm.
Melbourne Storm bench down to 3 as Danny Williams comes back from the sheds. He'll be getting some stitches or something there. Looks like he may be actually coming straight back onto the field. He cut just under the eye, around the eye area for Danny Williams, who'll replace Peter Robinson. A kick from Orford. Luke Lewis, the shout was let it go from someone. Not sure whether it was from the Panthers or someone from Melbourne hoping down on the touchline. Wesser.
This is dangerous.
Well, that's a shocking pass. Can Junior Lange get there? No, Chris Hicks has done remarkably well. What was Reece Wesser doing?
Oh, you just can't do that. Too far away, the pass was going sideways. Also had the wind trailing, so it was going to push it a bit quicker. But in situations like that, you just don't throw a pill like that.
Unbelievable. Looks like Peter Robinson in a bit of trouble on the bench there for Melbourne. Rorty, there's Danny Williams. There's been plenty written about those two in the off-season. Coming face-to-face for the first time. Joel Clinton plays it. Now Frittis juggles, gets the kick away. Straight though to Marcus Bai. Kicking game hasn't been great for Penrith today. Too many kicks going straight to Melbourne Storm players.
And the problem with that, Mark, is that when the defensive line goes up to make the tackle, they've got to stay 10. Oh, it's very close to be lifted a little bit too high by Shannon Donato.
I landed all right this morning too, but it was a bumpy flight on the halfway line. Here's Danny Williams. 10 over the halfway line. As Rorty makes the tackle on him. Simple drop ball from an international.
Some of the players not really on their game, as I mentioned with Russell at the half-hour preview. We did mention about Richard Swain, and some of the senior players have gone in there to tell him that he wouldn't be required next year. Maybe that may be playing on some of the Melbourne Storm's players' minds in this first half.
Well, that on top of Robbie Kearns, there'd be some sort of drama going on within at some stage, and you kind of hope it doesn't surface as a coach. But right now, there's signs.
Reece Wesser for a side sitting on the bottom of the table. The Penrith Panthers seem to be playing with plenty of confidence. Here comes Ben Rorty. Danny Williams in there with Orford.
Danny Williams.
Yeah, just keep an eye on that throughout the afternoon. Joel Clinton bouncing away from tackles. That is a real problem for the Melbourne Storm. Frittis, Girdler, good ball. Fatuira on the far touchline, looking to come inside. Does to Rodney on debut. With just his second touch, he almost scores. Last tackle, can he get the penalty? He does. Anyone going to the bin, Bill?
I know with the noise, but I was yelling 5 last. And you had the extra 1 over.
First penalty of the game has taken 31.5 minutes.
Anywhere in line you can take it.
Great ball there by Ryan Girdler. Faturi Ra got the ball out nice and wide. Looked to get the ball back inside.
Wesser. About 10 metres away from the goal line. Now 5 metres go the Panthers. Girdler at acting half. Prittis turns it inside to Colin Ward. Keeps it alive, back to Prittis. They've got numbers. Prittis goes himself and scores the try. The Panthers extend the lead. 16 points to 4. They are just carving the Melbourne Storm up at the moment. It came from the penalty, but it was the mistake from Scott Hill.
There's the try scoring. Here's how it happened. Luke Prittis comes around. Colin Ward almost could have been a shepherd there. He drifts around. The player comes inside. There he is staying alive. I've got to say, the fact that he stayed alive was the reason for that. You see that? Touched both his arms there to get the bonus.
Point in 2000.
Oh, I'm not sure it was 2000. Shannon Donato also showed a fair bit of class there to keep that ball alive.
Here's Girdler. We'll see how he goes with this one. 6 out from half time. Never looked like missing. Just taking it easy. 18 points to 4. 6 minutes out from half time. As I mentioned before, they're the worst in the NRL in offloads conceded and missed tackles, the Melbourne Storm. And it's being shown up here this afternoon, big time. Hopkins almost through the other side. Michael Russo with the tackle. Here's Donato. Shane Rodney. Time to come on for your debut and the side's on a real roll. Plays the football back to Donato. Donato through again. Swain misses this time. Fatuira was on the inside. He keeps going, Donato. Couldn't link up with the centre three-quarter who goes into acting half. Joel Clinton. This could be anything the way the Storm are defending it at the moment. They're 10 metres away from the goal line. Girdler. Field goal. 4.5 out from half time. 18-4, you're on a roll.
I just can't understand that, why a player would go and do that, and a player of his calibre, experience in the game. 1 extra point. Russell, something I certainly would have done. I would have tried to get the ball back and go for another set of 6 and come up with the try.
Well, they could have gone to that left-hand corner again where the sun is. It's proved successful. I've got 2 sets of 6 back out of it. Why wouldn't he have done the same thing?
2 now, let him up, Luke.
Interesting move. Is now Melbourne. 4 minutes out from half time. Try for them just before the break. Kirk Reynoldson plays it. Would be very nice. Scott Hill slipping. Last tackle here for Melbourne. What's the option? Orford's gone the right side. Kicking back. Robbie Ross coming through, but Reece Wesser has read it well. There's no fullback at home now as Reynoldson missed the tackle but came up with the ankle tap.
And that's the major drama really for the Melbourne side. Their defence line when they're doing the kick chase now is non-existent. No one going up the middle of the run.
Joel Clinton, strong run. Danny Williams over the top. Richard Swain around the legs. As we speak, the Melbourne Storm are in the top 8. On this performance, they could find themselves well and truly out of it. Prittis, Rodney. Almost got away from the tackle there of Hill. He came again to make the tackle with Sibbett. Now Girdler kicking. Ball bouncing awkwardly for Ross, but he got underneath it to take it well. But immediately tackled there by Chris Hicks.
He's playing well, isn't he? Robbie Ross really trying to make sure that his side gets on top here. And his forwards, they need to start dominating. You need blokes like Steve Kearney back on the field to really get them out of the advantage line.
Tajalala to Mule, had Luke Lewis in front of him and succumbs to the tackle. Here's Willie Lation. 9 short of the halfway line. Swain at acting half. Rodney Howe back on the field. Finds Orford. Harvey Ross ducked and the pass went to no one. Junior Lange picks it up. Shane Rodney makes the tackle, but he's able to offload back to Ian Sibbett. Halfway line he's tackled on now. Here's Swain. Orford kicking. Gets into the crowd.
Well, put that down to Shane Rodney. His first game of top NRL for the Panthers. He got out of the marker spot, put some pressure on Orford on his kick. And now he's got his team in a great position right on halfway now on attack.
You could be right, Gary. This is a side, this Melbourne Storm side, even though there's so much at stake, they're playing like a team of strangers. Maybe there is a bit of drama in the camp.
Hold here, hold. Danny, take your hand out there quicker.
Prittis to Rorty. Tackled there by Lation and Orford. Here's Prittis. Cut out ball to Lewis. Tajalala, good tackle. I think Lewis certainly knows he's up against a strong player today. He's got more experience than him, though. It's now Colin Ward. If he beats the tackle, he's away. Chance here, Panthers. Girdler. Fatuira goes for the corner now, steps back inside. Offloads back to Shane Rodney. He goes towards the line. He keeps it alive to Hicks, who gets it over. Has he got it down? That's the question.
Well, I'll tell you what, there's an injury here to Robbie Ross and back play there. And Luke Prittis has got to him straight away.
And we need...
And they're calling for the trainers straight away as Bill Harrigan goes over. Well, it's actually Scott Hill. And Robbie Ross is in behind him. And Scott Hill hasn't moved.
Well, we spoke about catching them wide. They've done it again. Here's the actual try.
Short of the line, I think.
I agree with you.
That's not.
So that'll be a try.
Peter Filmer has the decision. And it's coming. Another try to the Panthers. 4th of the afternoon. 4th of the first half. And it's 22-4 as Craig Gower looks on with that left hand strap. Dislocated little finger. Surgery twice during the week. And I bet you he wishes he could be out there. Near touch, 20 metres out. He struck it well. It's coming back. It's coming back. Straight between the posts, right on the stroke of half-time. Arguably their best 40 minutes of the season for the Penrith Panthers. 4 tries, 4 goals, 24 points to 4 at half-time. Girdler gets us underway for the second half, with the Melbourne Storm defending the northern end of the Penrith Football Stadium. And they have a mountain of work in front of them to get back into the game first. What has happened at half-time?
One good thing going for the Mark is the wind has swung around and it's now at the back of the Melbourne Storm, so expect an improved kicking game from them.
It has sprung up a bit too. There's Willie Lation. It's a much better set to start the second half for the Melbourne Storm.
I'm quite amazed actually that Steve Kearney hasn't gone onto the field yet. He's been off for a very, very long time in that first half, and he still sits on the bench.
Orford putting it high. Lewis underneath it. Knocked back. Taken down by Prittis. There's the hand from Tajalala. So Prittis is able to dive on it. Sort of trying to kick into the sun like the Penrith Panthers were doing in the first half, but it was almost a kick and hope.
Well, the sun's gone down a little bit, and it's not quite as high in the sky, so you want to have a lower trajectory. But I guess the message for the Panthers at half-time was to just control possession, make no mistakes, and just prevent them from getting an early try on. Preferably not getting a point against them at all would certainly solve their problem, but maintain the fact that it's not the Storm who are first to score.
This is the key. Girdler having to kick off the left foot. Bad kick under the circumstances, but not great. As Marcus Byer returns the football, finds Junior Lange. The chase not great there from Penrith from a dusty kick. Swain turning the ball inside to Reynoldson. So here's an opportunity for the Melbourne Storm. They need to score first, as Russell suggested. And now Williams looking for runners, finds Lation. This is where you'd like to have Stephen Kearney out there. This particular end of the football field as Mule. 9 metres out from the line, he'll play it. Orford. Now Hill. Cut out ball to Sibbett. They've got numbers here. Langy, Marcus by. Girdler's in front of him. Makes a very good one-on-one tackle. Last here for Melbourne. Comes to Hill. Will they look for another set? Didn't play it, that Colin Ward.
Off the gut.
Referee ruling off the stomach. Didn't quite say that. You heard what he said. He said off the guts, Gary.
On this line. Don't push him, Richard, once he's up.
Clinton.
Sure. Yeah.
28 metres out from his own line. Ward been very good, hasn't he? Injury in back play. Or is it a boot come off for the Melbourne Storm, Scott Hill? Trainers out there. Now they keep it alive again. Penrith, Sibbett tackle on Wesser. Ward forward. Scott Hill's back to his feet, but he's limping.
Nah. Ball, no, don't. Listen, I made the decision. Ball control. He's lost it forward. You have loose and feed. Inside leg is back. Locks in seconds. Make sure you get in tight. Heads all down. Lock in tight. Put it in.
It's like the referee is now the coach, telling
Stay
the players
there.
exactly what to do at the scrum base. Melbourne certainly have an opportunity here, Russell, to try and get some points on the board and get some respectability back.
Sibbett, if they can come back, they did it against Parramatta early this season.
Well, it's the first time they've had a set of 6 down in the Panthers. Well, red metre zone for some time.
Good play, 3.
20 metres out. Centre field, left or right options. They go left through Orford. Now they come back right. Scott Hill. Hill accelerating, finds Sibbett. Hill's really inconvenienced with that leg problem. Pushes Junior Langy out wide. The ball went forward, but it's a penalty.
Marcus too quick.
Fatuila is the man being penalised.
Mark here.
What's his name, Gary?
Fatuira.
Thank you.
On the line, fellas.
That's why he's the New Zealand coach.
That's right.
Swain. Lation. Paul out the back, still alive. Danny Williams keeping it alive again. Howe.
2.
Rodney, tackle, 5 out from the line. Swain acting half, comes right. Ball inside Reynoldson, great defence. Is that Shannon Donato? It was. He's played well today. Now the pass from Orford to Robbie Ross into the gap. They've scored, the Melbourne Storm. That's the try they needed. Sheer weight of possession. Is this the start of another Melbourne Storm comeback?
Well, there's a lot more enthusiastic Storm side in the second half, that's for sure. Russell, you picked it up. They had to score first. Matt Orford taking control. That's what he had to do. Robbie Ross certainly has been one of Melbourne's best players in that first half. Well, that's what they've got to do. They've got to go to the line and put pressure on the Panther defenders.
Yeah, Robbie Ross just got on the outside of Prentice. It was just too far for him to go. Bit too much pace, Robbie Ross, as well. You've got to appreciate that. As soon as the ball went into his hand, he accelerated, slipped out of the tackle by Prentice. Just couldn't quite get lateral enough to make a successful grasp around the hips, and Robbie Ross just crashed through the tackle. And, well, he's got him right back into the game now. He scored in a pretty fortuitous position. I'd like to think that maybe he can slot this one over. Just a couple of tries separating the two teams. Should he convert this?
Matt Orford, this with his first attempted goal. That was right on the touchline. This is 10 metres, 11 metres in. He's looking into the sun. Just adding to the degree of difficulty. Little trouble though. 2 extra points, very important for the Melbourne Storm. 14 the difference, advantage still with Penrith. They won't want to fall asleep at all.
Well, this set of 6 is vital for the Melbourne Storm. If they can get back to about the 40-metre area, get a good kick away, they'll certainly be trying to put some pressure on this Panthers outfit to cough up the football and get them back into an attacking position. That'll be the game plan.
The Melbourne chant again from the Melbourne fans in the Eastern Grandstand as Howe returns the football. 2 missed tackles, Donato and also Rorty for Girdler, and Prentice I should say, and Hopkins come up with a tackle. Here's Tanjalala, good tackle there, one-on-one from Danny Gallier. Just his second first grade game, and a man playing his third. 9 short of halfway. Swain from acting half. Orford now to Hill. Hill finds Sibbett. The Melbourne Storm a chance. Robbie Ross. Great tackle from Shane Rodney. Ball and all. Robbie Ross, I should say, was looking to get it away, but Rodney stopped him. Now Hill. Back to Ross. Howe. Slowing the play down there. Last tackle. Quick play the ball though. It comes to Lation, kicking off legs. Wesser comes up with it, but turning the football. Gets it out to the 10-metre line.
And for Melbourne, that is where Matt Orford needs to take control. When he did, they come up with a 4-pointer last time, and he got himself out of the play, which put plenty of pressure then on the man who was kicking the ball.
Chris Hicks.
What about that set of 6 by the Storm? From the kickoff, they went down to the other team's goal line. The Panthers have got to get their mind back on winning this football match, not trying to score a heap of tries. They've got to get their mind strictly on defence. They do that, they can still win this game, but gee, it's slackened right off.
5 and last. Let him up now, Rob.
Melbourne Storm have just 5 interchanges left for this second half. Should be interesting. Kearney is back on the field as Robbie Ross does well to take that ball on the full and is still able to return it about 15 to 20 metres. Slow to his feet, caught the knock in the tackle. There's an ordinary pass from Tadjalala. So Aaron Muir plays it 30 out from his own line. Rodney Howe runs it Rorty. Referee warning him to put him down nice and gently. Lation. Couple short of the halfway line. The Melbourne Storm trying to just claw their way back into this game. Kearney. Last tackle. Orford kicking. Into open space. Wesser coming across. Lewis watching it bounce. Mule! What a take! They watched it bounce. Reece Wesser and Luke Lewis. Aaron Mule has scored it.
Right, we're checking the onside only. Onside only.
You can hear Bill Harrigan say, we'll just check the onside only. He was watching the kicker put the kick in, which was Matt Orford, who decided to kick it across the field from right to left. There it goes. Well, that's onside. He is onside an absolute mile. No problems whatsoever. There is right in the far side there. He's just coming to the picture now, right there. Jumps above both the winger and fullback. Lewis and Wesser. Someone had to make a decision.
You just don't let the ball hit the ground when it's like that. It was in between the 2 players. Someone should have called for it. Caught the ball on the full. That would have ended all the dramas. And now it's going to be a 4-pointer.
Nervous times now for the Panthers. 24 points to 14. We saw a remarkable turnaround after the halftime break last week at Brookvale. We're going to see another one today.
Well, indecisions. This is what Reece Wesser has been doing throughout the season. In 2002, Luke Lewis thought he'd wait for the bounce, but they need to communicate with each other. Someone take the ball on the full.
You've got to attack the football, Gary. I think it was Luke Lewis that had the shot at it. He had the play on the ball. Wesser was coming back. It was over his shoulder. Lewis was coming forward. He should have made a very solid call first. Gone for the football. Caught it on the full.
Leading try scorer for Melbourne this season with 11, Aaron Muir. It's Matt Orford, his easiest kick of the afternoon to get them to within 8. Little trouble, 24 to 16. Still advantage Penrith, but Melbourne storming home, pardon the pun.
You just got to say, Aaron Muir, tremendous vision to follow the kick through. He was the only Melbourne player there. Got up nice and high, tapped the ball forward.
Stay behind, fellas.
Lang set to make a return to try and get this Panther side back on the front foot.
Rodney Howe. Let's see what they do with this set from the kickoff. As Russell mentioned, the last set of 6 from the kickoff, Melbourne was able to take it 90 metres. 28 metres out. Tadjalala's going to have a bit of a run. Donato with a very good tackle. Sort of a waste of a tackle. He was lucky not to give a penalty away as Swain, acting half. Donato grabbed his leg as he picked the football up. Now they're going to kick through Orford, looking for a 40-20. Doesn't have the legs.
Wait.
Give the Panthers an opportunity to have some football. And just a bit of a breather. Joel Clinton coming back to the scrum. Hopkins finding himself in the number 13 jumper with Scott Sattler out suspended.
Seconds and locks, bind tight, hold, no weight. Don't fight it. In.
Lewis.
Let him up now, Melbourne. One, let go.
Girdler from acting
Two.
half.
Here.
Donato looking for runners, finds Joel Clinton to the halfway line. Bit of a roll on here for the Panthers now. Prittis inside Colin Ward.
No, it wasn't. Four.
Come on,
Tackle
boy,
number
take
4.
it.
Okay, go early.
Girdler. Hopkins bouncing away from tacklers. They can't put him to ground. Offloads back to Prittis. He's running across field. Gets away from Danny Williams. Still going Luke Prittis. Those missed tackles coming back again for the Melbourne Storm. Last here for Penrith. Girdler kicking across field. Tadulala looking into the sun again in his in-goal area.
Foot was in.
He's off to the
You caught
races.
the ball dead in goal. In goal.
There's no advantage from that.
Well, he did think he was away, did he? He just,
Hold,
like a
fellas,
startled
hold.
rabbit,
Back up the line,
he was
Ben.
away. So, well,
Yep.
we'll give it to me lookalike Marcus Byrne. He can go forward now.
Kearney.
2. Here we are.
Prittis with the tackle. Looking for a penalty. Stephen Kearney. Now Orford. Quick hands, Robbie Ross. Danny Williams. That ball was knocked down, was it?
Again, fellas. Hands are out in front. Ball went straight down. And then bounce back. Ball went straight down, and then bounce back. No, you had the ball out, mate. Ball control. Try and offload.
See Danny Williams there, saying that he had the ball out in front, so he was always going to promote it. And Shane Romney did not attack it. And Matt Orford, disgusted with that. Not happy at all.
I think Matt Orford's right. I think the ball went back.
Lead him now, one. All on.
Hopkins. Oh, they're muscling up here, Melbourne. Looking for a turnover. Danny Williams comes charging in with Richard Swain. Donato now laying back on the field. Rodney Howe around the leads. Danny Williams over the top again. Prittis. Rorty. Offloading to Rodney. Gets the ball up towards the 20-metre line. Prittis. Colin Ward. Offload to Girdler. Offload again to Lang. Scott Hill with the tackle. Fifth and last tackle.
Don't go early, Richard. Don't go early, Scott.
Girdler kicking back towards the left. Here comes Chris Hicks. Leaping high. Ball's on the
That's gone back
ground.
towards me.
Marcus Byes picked it up. Good tackle there from Shannon Donato.
Yeah, good work there. I think Ryan Girdler really needed to go to the line and put a little small kick in. As now Matt Orford makes half a break.
2.
Shane Romney comes up with a very good tackle.
Orford complaining to the referee.
3, let him up now, Ryan. Quick, roll off him.
Rodney Howe. Straight at Ward, who makes a good tackle.
Quick, come back.
9 short of the halfway line. This is Richard Swain. Robbie Ross. Kearney does well. Prittis in front of him. Kearney accelerates. Prittis makes the tackle. Last here for Melbourne. They go the short side through Robbie Ross. Now Lation kicking. Tadulala penalised for being in front of the kicker.
I got the winger in front.
You can hear Bill Harrigan there say, we've got the winger, Tadulala, he was in front of the man when the ball was being kicked. Oh, I thought he was onside.
Gee, good call, Billy. How close was that?
I actually thought he was onside.
Line ball favours the attacking side too, I'm assuming.
Lead him from the line, mate.
The Panthers breathe a sigh of relief.
Run that line.
Girdler captain, leading by example today. As Martin Lang, I should say, takes it forward. Here's Rorty. Rodney Howe. Solid ball and all tackle on him. He's trying to milk the penalty. Donato from acting half. Donato still going. Keeps it alive to Colin Ward. Ward comes back towards the centre of the field, looking to link up, but takes the tackle. Tony Pulatura about to come on for Penrith.
Four now, roll away, quickly.
Shane Rodney plays it. Here's Lang. Tackle. The pass came from Cross. Tackle made by Swain, as usual. Last here for Penrith. Critters just high in the air. Robbie Ross under it. Fatuira had to wait until he took it and then made the tackle. Marcus Pye quick play the ball from Robbie Ross, and Pye takes it out to the 20. Where he's met by Donato. This is Tadulala. Solid defence again. 6 line breaks to the Panthers, and they've resulted in some points for them. Melbourne just 2 this afternoon. Danny Williams. Tackle by Rorty and also Cross. Orford kicking straight to Luke Lewis. Well positioned. Chase not great here from Melbourne, but Orford comes through and makes the tackle. Gillier from acting half.
Well, it's a pretty poor chase really from the Melbourne side, and allowing the kicker to get up there and be the first man to make the tackle. Lack of enthusiasm really by the Melbourne side.
Donato from acting half, no one to pass to, look for support. Girdler goes into acting half now. Now Pulatua, who's just come back on the field. Runs at Scott Hill, who makes a good ball and all tackle with relation around the legs. Last tackle. What's the option now? Wobbly old bomb off the boot of Girdler. Who wants it? They let it bounce the Storm. Dangerous. Robbie Ross can't get there. Lewis has knocked it on, I thought. Referee says play on. No, he calls it back. Changeover, he signals.
Once again, sorry, Mark, you just got to. The fullback has got to go on and attack the ball. He's been doing it so well all day long. As Robbie Ross, Luke Lewis just got that left hand to it, tapped it forward. He knew he was going to be trying to get the ball back, but there's already a knock on. Good call there by Bill Harrigan, the referee.
Donaldson over the 20, up to number 25. He'll play it. Robbie Ross.
Well, let me say this, that the forwards of Melbourne should be disgusted in themselves, letting the fullback take the ball forward from them in that situation there. They need to be told they need to pick up their act.
I'm with you, Gary. Build the platform. They build the platform, the forwards. The backs can do something with it, but you can't expect the backs to do both.
You can't expect the fullback to take the ball forward. Some of their forwards should be doing it.
Shane Walker's just come on for Melbourne. Hicks plays it. Here's Rorty. Rodney Howe. Former teammates coming together. Now it comes back to Hopkins.
3 leading. Do that quickly, pull back. Marcus straight.
Reece Wesser at acting half. Who's that? It's his second shocking pass of the game. Geez, he can score a try, Reece Wesser, but he can't pass the football.
He can also give a couple up as Martin Lang takes it forward now. Just gets over the halfway.
Marcus, do not go early. Oh, 3 markers, 1 out.
They do drop a marker back as Girdler kicks, looking for touch. Robbie Ross is there. Just keeps it in the field of play. Away from Girdler's tackle, but can't get away from Fatuira, who makes the tackle. 25 metres out. Swain, Walker, Critters around the legs. Swain to Kearney. Crowd wanting a penalty. Only been 3 in the game. The first one coming out before half time. Kearney and Lang in back play. Having a little bit of a collision. Nothing in it. Swain. Kick over the top. Hicks leaping. Took it well.
Richard, pull out. Mark up straight.
The intensity's certainly gone out of the game here now from both sides. The Melbourne side got to get themselves back into the game and need to get the ball. Trying to use the ball that would have been so good in the last couple of years and promoting it.
It's too quick. It's too quick, mate. Dummy half second, just picking the ball up and you're already around him. Come on, stay out of there!
Ben Rorty barking out instructions to his teammates as Priddis will find touch. Kicking towards this Western grandstand.
The Penrith side really, Mark, has lost a little bit of direction. I know that the little halfback got injured early on in the game. Luke Priddis has done a fine job, but it needs now to get Girdler back in there to take some sort of control, especially in the kicking game, and try and get another set of six back after this set.
Here we are.
Priddis. Girdler. Finds John Cross. Try here would just about put it out of reach for Melbourne, you'd think. With 17.5 to go. Rorty. Howe makes the tackle again. 10-metre line, he plays it. Hopkins from acting half. Solid tackle there from Danny Williams. Scott Hill coming in late. Last tackle. Girdler looking for a little kick, goes himself. Flick pass out the back. Hicks for the corner. Did he get it down? He's caught one in the back.
Mate, you're checking corner post in relation to grounding. Ball, foot in touch prior to getting there. Just have a look at it. He hasn't got an opinion, mate. Just having a look.
Chris Hicks, accidental knees in the back. They tried to stop the try.
Geez, there's not much in that one. Great ball by Fatuwira though. Very quick hands to get Chris Hicks in a position. Now this will tell a bit closer as we go down there. I think he's dropped the football just before he's got it to the line.
Do you?
That side there, it doesn't look like he's dropped it, but I think the front on angle, what you've said, Russell, it looks like he's dropped it just right on the line. To be able to tell. To see that the linesman's in a great position to see whether his foot is out there,
Dropped.
there.
Has no control.
Yep, I agree with you, Russell. That's 2 against 1, and we will be right once again. This will be no try.
Yes, but none of our opinions count.
Yes, they do. The people out there listening,
There's only one person that counts, and that's Peter Filmer. I reckon it's a try. I think the right hand came in to have control, and he forced the football. I'm going try. I'm looking at me.
Does not have control there.
Jeez. Yeah, he's going.
and if you look to where his left foot is, in the frame before that, you can actually see it virtually touching the line. Just there, see?
Is that his foot though? Or is that Tajulala's? See, his foot's nowhere near the line. There's Peter Filmer having another look. But what it does do is show how difficult sometimes, everyone says we've got the video, it should be easy. Well, it's not that easy.
No, it's a tough call for the referees. They have a difficult job. There's no doubt, but they've got a rule on it at an instant, so it's a tough call. And I'm all for the video referees in situations like this, so long as we don't have a protracted stall in the game. I still think it's no try, though.
Yeah, I agree.
There it is,
ladies and gentlemen.
One of the bravest decisions ever there by Mark Braybrook, our chief caller, is to back up his 2 co-commentators.
Stick together, boys.
That's it, solid. I'll tell you what now, Marcus Bai gets and makes a break, he's through the line. One to beat. He doesn't even try to beat, trying to run over the top of him. And Reece Wesser.
Swain at acting half. On a bit of a roll here. Robinson.
Here we are.
Could that be a very important call in the context of the game? Walker. Good offload. Tajulala. The Panthers were most probably thinking he awards that try. That's pretty much the game. Now Orford. Robinson back on the inside. 15 metres to go, 16 and a half left. Now, Hill.
5 last, we're on the line, Penrith. You're on your line.
Last tackle.
Stephen Carney. Stephen Carney should get involved.
Orford to Reece Wesser. Well, there was 3 Penrith blokes on the other side of the goalpost. There was about 6 to 7 Melbourne Storm players, and they went right instead of left.
Well, the problem was there too, Mark, is that the little halfback, Matt Orford, was situated on this right-hand side. He needed to get himself back out to the left to try and call the ball. As you said, there were plenty of numbers for them and not enough numbers for the Panthers and aiming up.
Geez, you can see a little bit more venom in the Storm's defence right now. They know they've got to try and keep the Panthers down here.
Well, there's a long pass inside your own 10. It comes out to Lewis. Tajalala to beat. He makes the tackle and Orford across there in cover. Last here for the Panthers. Prittis. Girdler finally gets the kick away. And it's straight to Robbie Ross. And the Storm will come up with pretty good field position. He's away from John Cross and takes it over the halfway line.
Quickly, let him up. Hold to me.
Robbie Ross is looking for Aaron Muir to run into that little hole there. He open up for him. Now some of the players getting very, very tired with just under 16 minutes to go in the game. I need something and I need it now on the Melbourne side. As you said, Russell, Stephen Kearney needs to get himself involved very, very quickly.
3 changes left each as Walker gives it to Danny Williams.
Quick look for me, Martin.
It's tackle 4, Orford. Inside Kearney. Well, they got in each other's way with Robbie Ross there as well. And nobody bothered chasing the football.
We spoke about it before, Gary Freeman, and they were guilty of it again, the Melbourne Storm. Where are their forwards setting the platform, hitting straight up the middle, getting the opposition's defence to come in a little bit to cover for the tacklers so they can spread it wide. They've done nothing like that. Simple hit-ups from dummy half and just one man off the ruck going sideways. Not helping their cause.
Shane Rodney. An impressive on debut for the Panthers. Prittis. Cross. Over the halfway line. Prittis. Away from Danny Williams. Able to offload back to Girdler. Lang. Passing there to Cross. Now to Rodney. Orford with the tackle. Last tackle here for Penrith. Girdler drilling it along the ground. It's going to go over the dead ball line by a long way. So Melbourne will get a 20-metre restart. 13 and a half minutes remaining. It's 24 to 16. Penrith just holding on at the moment.
I think Ryan Girdler really just trying to stall for time here now, putting the ball as deep as possible, as long as possible. Just trying to make sure that he gets plenty of time up his sleeve. With just under 40 minutes to go in the game. They should win this game, but as we know, the Melbourne side, they can actually score tries from virtually anywhere in this football ground.
Swain finds Hill. He throws a cut-out ball to Langy. Inside goes Marcus Bai. Good tackle there on Fatuira. He keeps it alive, though. The ball from Williams is lost. Hopkins comes up with it. Good defence there from the Panthers. Just getting a little bit ragged here, the Melbourne Storm. Lang.
Ryan Girdler put his body on the line to get that football back to the Panthers. Having a whale of a game, Girdler.
Here's Lang and Hill going forward in back play. Play continues with Shane Rodney. Players have run from everywhere. Now it comes back to Prittis. Harrigan calling out, keep playing. Colin Ward! Colin Ward opens up. There's no Panthers to support him. They're back gluing with Martin Lang and Scott Hill. Now they come with Prittis. The Melbourne Storm defence comes. Fatuira goes for the line. Tackled about a metre out from it.
Quickly on the line.
Reece Wesser goes into acting half. Prittis over his head. Bounces nicely for Cross, though. They've got numbers. Rodney tackled well. Good tackle there from Peter Robinson. Cross goes the short side. Here's Galea for the line. Tackled by 3 Storm players, one of them being Mule. Last tackle for Penrith. Comes back to Prittis. Now finds Girdler. Flick pass to Reece Wesser. Ankle tapped and brought to ground.
Leave it on the ground there. Leave it on
Was
the
that
ground.
Richard Swain? No, it was Danny Williams.
Well, that was a tremendous tackle because it looked like Reece Wesser was going to score that try there, but Tell you what, Danny Williams, what a tackle. Absolutely outstanding.
I still can't believe there's no touch judges come on the field for that last stink. There was punches thrown. That'll be the first time in a long time no one's come on the field.
Absolutely correct there, Russell. But this best thing about it, the referee Bill Harrigan said, let's just keep playing, and they're all up getting back on the defensive line and the attacking side.
It would have suited the Storm because Martin Lang threw the first punch.
Well, then the touch judge should have come on straight away as Willie Lation offloads back to Hill. Good ball there to Walker, who juggles. They've got numbers on the left again. He takes the tackle on the last. Inside the final 11 minutes, 24-16. Now Orford. Mule. Inside, the ball goes to Robinson or Prittis. Who's got it? Penrith have come up with it.
One-on-one.
I'm saying that Prittis stole the ball off Robinson. There was a one-on-one steal. And now just watch how quick the line of the Melbourne side come off their defensive line, try to put pressure on the ball carrier of the Panthers.
Quick.
Here's Lang. Solid charge. 10 short of the halfway line. Girdler. Last tackle for Penrith. Prittis is going to be the kicker, is he? No, Cross gets it in front of him. Looking for the touchline. Taglala's back there. Nice bounce for him. There's a good tackle.
That's Galea once again. He's had an outstanding game out there, the right-hand centre. Tremendous work by the young kid.
He's been very solid all game, especially with the ball. Defensively, he's let no breaks out wide.
Marcus By coming in looking for the football. Well,
Called held 3.
Just under 10 minutes to go now. Bill Harrigan, you could hear him saying held for 3. Marcus By trying to offload their ball now. Really trying to. They need some points on the board. So puts them under a lot of pressure.
No, Marcus, look out. Marcus threw it away. Get your heads in, all down. Put it inside leg is back, put it in, locks hold.
Luke Lewis.
You got one. Hold. That's 2.
John Cross plays it. Inside the final 9 minutes now. Joel Clinton out on the field for Penrith. Nervous times on the Panthers bench at the moment as Pulatua takes the ball forward on tackle number 4. Hopkins at acting half. It comes to Prittis. He finds Girdler. Rodney was on his right shoulder. Girdler kept the football. Now he offloads it to Rodney. The debutant had the arm free. Colin Ward was there but couldn't get the pass away. Last tackle here for Penrith. Girdler looking for a repeat set. Wesser, does he get the bounce? No! He seemed to be waiting for the football. That was an interesting play from Reece Wesser, waiting for the bounce. It never came.
You gotta hold, Richard. You gotta hold.
There's a beautiful little kick here by Ryan Girdler. Bounces up beautifully. He's saying that Reece Wesser knocked the ball on. And Marcus By goes forward, makes about 9 metres. Takes up about 29 metres out of his own try line.
11 metres short of the halfway line. Rodney Howe, Orford. Is that off a hand or just a bad pass? Not played at, says the referee. Sibbett. He offloads and Pulatua comes up with it. Time is running out for Melbourne and it's showing.
So you have to take chances when you play catch-up football, and the Melbourne Storm have got to do that. They've got to try and keep the ball alive, upset the defensive line and create a few holes. They just can't do it at the moment. Loose passes are sinking their ship.
Prittis coming to the left side. Girdler got his hand out of the way. Fatuira couldn't pick it up.
And knocked on over there. Melbourne ball.
Touch judge telling the referee it was Melbourne ball. Junior Lange gets up with it. Now Sibbett.
Here we are, come on, back.
Right on the 30-metre line. Rodney Howe.
2.
They need something special here from someone, the Melbourne Storm. 6.5 to go. Kearney. Right on the halfway line, he'll play it. Orford, intercept, Girdler, the intercept king. That is the ball game, and that is first grade try number 99 for Ryan Girdler. And how many of those have been from intercepts? The Panthers have upset the Melbourne Storm, and the captain, who's had an outstanding game, puts the icing on the cake.
Yeah, tremendous work there by the Panthers and their captain, Ryan Girdler. The little number 7 for the Melbourne Storm. He started to float across the field looking for the big long ball. He knew they were short out wide. They play that up and in defence. It gets out the left hand, takes it in, and then sprints around about 40-odd metres to the try line and does what everyone else has done so far, Russell. Points to that sleeve, the NTG, and they are very happy today, the Panthers.
It's been a big day.
Well, he could have been confined for lurking in the opposition's backline there. He was way up in the backline. I can't believe Orford didn't see him. He just snapped it out of midair, and once he went through the hole, he had a good 10 metres. No one could turn around. There was no catching Ryan Girdler as he gives the little NTG a kiss. That kiss worth $1,000.
That's the second try of the season. First since round 6. As you saw there, 99 career tries. And when he gets try number 100, he'll be the first player in the history of the game to have scored 100 tries and kicked 500 goals. Which will be an outstanding achievement. But I think what will please him the most this afternoon is the fact that he's actually played in a winning Panthers lineup in the daytime.
Yeah, they've actually worked out that the Panthers do come out in the daytime as he goes to add this 2 points.
And there it is. Girdler converts his own try, and so the Penrith Panthers lead the Melbourne Storm by 30 points to 16. Melbourne falling apart.
And if that ball had got over the top, there were plenty of attackers there for the Melbourne side to take the ball down the other end of the try line, but he does this all the time. John Lang, very, very happy. I think he's happy. I think he was just a little bit concerned about Ryan carrying it out with one hand, but that's just the way the football is played nowadays. Everyone can do it.
Short kick-off from Melbourne, Scott Hill. Ball's on the ground, who wants it? Hopkins has kicked it back and dives on it. The Melbourne Storm found themselves in the top 8. They had the bye last week. Who knows what's going to happen after results of games tomorrow. Penalty.
Why do that now? Why do it now?
Well, the interesting part, as we touched on before the game did kick off, was the disruption that they would have had during the week, Mark, and I'm pretty sure that the way that some of the Melbourne players have played here today, that it's still certainly on their mind, and they're just not happy with what's happened.
Yep.
And they play Brisbane next weekend.
How well did they play last night against the Parramatta side?
Joel Clinton and the Panthers take on the Warriors here at Penrith. While the Melbourne Storm battling for a top 8 berth. And on this performance, they shouldn't be anywhere near the top 8. The Panthers are trying to get rid of this wooden spoon. Priddis, he's been outstanding today. Pulatua for a double. The tackle from behind. Girdler, try number 100. And he is the first player in the history of our game to score 100 tries and kick 500 goals. Congratulations, Ryan Girdler.
Oh, great effort by the captain here today. Tremendous effort, but also put it down to Luke Priddis. He's been very good. He had to play 2 positions, one at hooker, then he had to go out to the halfback spot. And he's done that very, very well here today. Luke Priddis darting, weaving, good back up there by Tony Pulatua. Just watch this. Hopkins, nice long ball. And then Priddis sees a little bit of the gap, gets it once again. They come up very quickly. He sees that Pulatua's on his right-hand side. He does some great work there by Pulatua to get the ball away to Girdler. And they are all very, very happy about this result. They put it down to Priddis. He knew that Rodney Howard come up out of the line very quickly. Got between him and Lation. You can just see there, the 13 and the 10, both of them. One was up, one was down. Opened up that little hole from the run into Good work there by Pulatua to manage to get that play away, then offload the ball at the same time to his captain. And look how happy they are. All jumping on each other. And tell you what, that man with the headgear on. Cross has had a tremendous game too.
That's a smile. Yes, there it is. With a minute 30 to go, we've got the smile from John Lang. Well may smile, but this is no mean feat from Ryan Girdler. The first player in the history of the game to score 100 tries and kick 500 goals. Tremendous achievement. And he adds another goal to the tally. 20 points in the game for Ryan Girdler. He's been captain. Bill Harrigan shakes his hand. And there's his teammates. No, you've got to score the try, Martin. You've got to score the try.
What about our other sponsor, Sanyo?
Ben already wants a TV or something, does he?
Yeah, you probably get one of those 150 centimetre ones.
Nor will they smile. And yeah, great touch there with Bill Harrigan shaking the hands of Ryan Girdler. Melbourne. They came with so much hope today. They were in the 8. They still are at the moment. They could find themselves going backwards instead of forwards at the wrong time of the year. Hopkins. And a lot of it could be happening off field. Hopkins will play it. I don't think he wants to. They're exhausted, these Panthers. Now Cross finds Gallier. There it is. Full time at Penrith. The Panthers, a stunning win. Ryan Girdler, the captain, 100 tries, 500 goals, and victory. 36 points to 16 over the Melbourne Storm.